WTIM.
You are listening to WTIM with Tim, your information station. It's time now for the WTIM morning show. Thank you to our live stream sponsors, People's Bank and Trust and Landmark of Taylorville. Now, I'm sitting down with Chief of Police of Taylorville, Chief Wheeler. How are you doing today, Chief?
Real good. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm doing very well. I've been looking forward to this one. We were supposed to come on a couple of weeks ago? There was an incident. Was that what that was?
That was Safe Passage.
That was Safe Passage. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, that was something different. But yeah, we were just talking. I'm a brand new resident of Taylorville. I've been looking forward to this interview right here. And how's everything been going around the town?
It's been good. You know, our police department is doing well. We're fully staffed. You know, of course, we have that issue with retention and recruitment, but we don't. So we're doing well. I hope it stays that way. But yeah, we still have our issues with drugs, you know, that we're dealing with on a daily basis. Our call volume has gone down due to the fact I've been here since July 1st, 2019, and I've seen more sober people here in the city of Taylorville than I've ever seen. You don't see many people walking around that are on drugs anymore. They still are. There's still people that are struggling, but besides, you know, just watching that and working hard, and the guys working hard and the girls working hard daily, I've seen a big change. We have a huge drop in crime too, with thefts, because thefts comes with drugs, and everything's going well.
I want to get into it in a little bit. That has probably a large portion to do with Safe Passage a little bit. Have you seen a downtick in the past couple of years of crime and arrests? Has that been a trend you've seen?
Yeah, Judge Paisley is real big on the program, and myself, and we have one good thing about the Christian County in a whole. We have people that truly care about helping others. What we don't have is resources, but we're making great strides on that. We're trying to get a living room, which is a facility where people can go to and get resources. I think, that's in the works. Sue Pasto and her group, Jason Dominowski, I can name lots of people that are all about helping others. It's just the resources, and mental health is an issue, but mental health is an issue everywhere today.
Sure. So you really talked about mental health, and we had a really great conversation with Denise Evans on the WTIM morning show. She linked drug use and crime as this cyclical type of action where people commit crimes to afford their drug habits, and that's something you guys see, and something that is kind of subsiding.
Oh, it is. It's subsided a lot, especially, what's nice today is the ones that we used to chase on the streets, for doing bad things are coming in now having coffee with the police, which is great. They used to come in through the Sally Port, which is through the jail area, and now they're coming in through the front door and, sitting down with us. And just late last night around 5:30, a young man came in, asked for me, and just want to sit down and talk, and he's changed his life. The transformation was just great. We had a great conversation, and he wants to give back to the community, for us helping him with Safe Passage. So it's just, the word Safe Passage is big. We've been lucky that I have Debbie and Denise and the officers all on board with this program. For example, if they go to a domestic, they could tell it's drug related. They're both high on drugs. The first thing they want to do is keep the peace. But then, second of all, they always bring up Safe Passage. Come on in and get some help. We do a lot of community outreach. We don't go out there looking for the ones that are struggling and bring them in. That doesn't work that way. If they're not ready to go, they're not ready to go. But we'll hand them a brochure and let them know that if they're ready, come on in. But I think everyone knows about the program in Christian County and also surrounding counties. So we've done a lot of advertising, and we have a lot of people coming in.
What a total 180 you're seeing out of these local community members that have rehabilitated themselves. And a lot of times I was saying to Denise, I think there should be a Safe Passage program with every police department in the country.
It's funny. I was talking to a police department yesterday, not too far up northern in the Ottawa area, and I was talking to the chief of police there, and we talked about mental health, the living room, and we talked about Safe Passage, and they are in the process of getting the city passage started. And I think pretty soon, legislative, they're going to make something happen. Right now they're trying to uh, build a safe house, and get a law passed for a safe house where people can go and use drugs to be safe, in case they overdose, they got the Narcan there. And also they have resources there to try to get off of it. That it's a little debatable for me. When I went to lobby day and I talked to some legislators about it, and I have some concerns with the program, but then I have some positives. But word's getting out, and I believe in the near future, every single police department is going to have to open their arms up to these individuals that are struggling.
Yeah, I think it's a really great idea, and they can look to communities like Taylorville, which once struggled with drug issues, and now you're seeing real rehabilitated folks come back into the station and having coffee with you.
Right. Christian County had a bad rap with meth, and had a real bad problem, and I could see it did a whole 180. Our meth, we're up 300% in drug arrests. We have a great bunch of officers that are out there daily looking for drugs, and also they're out there to help others. But if you get caught with drugs, that's one thing they know, is if you do get caught with drugs on the street, you're going to jail. And then once you get to jail, you have the right to due process. And part of the due process is if you and your attorney want to get a furlough to go to treatment, then that's up to the judge. If you're a violent offender, you're not going to go. If you're a drug dealer looking to profit yourself, you're not going to go. You're going to go to jail, and that's where you should be. But I don't think jail is the answer for the addict that might go to Walmart and steal to support his habit. I think we need to rehabilitate him or her, and that's the attitude we have. It's not about arresting people; it's about taking care of them. And it's built a relationship up with the citizens. The citizens are my number one, of course, priority, but they're my number one information. I mean, they are truly committed to make the city better, and they actually, if you could see my inbox and my Facebook messages and daily of what they send me, shows that they truly care. The calls that I get, the people that ask that they can just stop by and talk to me, my door is always open for them, and it's just amazing. And I'm very humbled that the citizens care. And I tell the bad guys, you got a city here that 90% don't want this, and there's 10% of bad guys. Who's going to win?
Yeah, they're
not.
Right.
We are. So get better.
Yeah. Well, it's really interesting to look at it through such a smaller town perspective, and they're able to engage with you. You're able to engage back, and I think that type of communication is what is moving Taylorville in the right direction.
Oh, it is. And, even the larger cities, I come from up north in much larger place where much crime was, terrible. I wish I had that program then. The problem is it's always been, you get into a shooting, people don't want to cooperate with the police. Having a program like this, you're going to have someone cooperate with the police.
Right. Yeah, that's really important, and people feel comfortable doing so because they see the partnering with something like Safe Passage, knowing that you guys have the best intentions in mind. You guys want to rehabilitate the community when necessary and put the bad guys away when they're actually being bad guys.
Yeah, and the stigma with police today, around the country, I believe that we have some folks that don't like the police, they never will, but the majority, I think, respect what we do. And they help us, and it's great teamwork between us.
Teamwork with the police department and with the local community, that is what's really helping out Taylorville, and we're moving in the right direction. This has been a great conversation so far. We're going to take our first quick little break here on the WTIM morning show. I'm sitting down with Chief Wheeler of Taylorville Police. We'll be right back. WTIM.
WTIM.
Tim Zell back here on the WTIM information station, bringing you your WTIM morning show. I'm sitting down here with Police Chief Wheeler, the Chief of Police of Taylorville. We've had a great conversation so far, and now we're going to talk a little bit about some of the events, past and future. The fishing with officers was over the weekend. How was that?
Yeah, it was Friday night from 5:30, 7:30. It went very well. In the past couple of years, it's amazing all the people that can show up, and it's nice to have all the officers get together too with them and teach them. This year we had a lot. I don't know the exact number that came by, but we also have a citizen that loves to fix fishing poles and give fishing poles out, and the kids had fun, and that we gave prizes out to the smallest fish and prizes out to the biggest fish, and it's just a blast, and I enjoy it. I love the kids. We do a lot in the community here. When it comes to community policing, I have, Officer Beeman now. She just got married. She's our community policing, director basically, and she has people that work with her, dispatch and a couple officers, and the ideas they come up with to do is some are outrageous, and I have to say I might be a little crazy but all we want to do is engage with the community, engage with the kids. July 9th, we're having Fun Day Sunday. We're going to have a bunch of food trucks. We're going to have a bunch of games. We're having a lot of people call us about it. This will be our first annual Fun Day Sunday, and we're looking forward to that. And that's going to be at the library. Next to the library, there's an open field that the city owns, so we're going to have games there. A lot of food trucks, and also, we help with the Special Olympics, and most of the money that we get go towards Special Olympics. So that we love Special Olympics. Last year, this city, we raised almost $6,000 for Special Olympics. So it was a great time, and we can't wait till that Sunday, and they're working daily on it to get it ready, and we're ready to go. So,
well, that's really exciting. That's this Sunday. It's gonna be Sunday Fun Day.
July 9th.
July 9th. That Sunday, and it'll be right by the public library here in Taylor.
Yes.
Awesome. That'll be exciting. You talked a little bit about it. Maybe the community action team, was that officer part of that community action team, or is that something different?
Yeah. Well, the community action team a few years back, Mike Rivera, our prior state's attorney, we got together, and he was very proactive on drugs, just like Mr. McWard here today is also. He's very proactive on getting drugs off the street. We've been lucky. We've had great state's attorneys that truly care about getting these drugs off the street. And, Mike and I were talking about, building a team together and helping each other. We can help Stonington, we can help Edinburgh, we can help Kincaid get rid of these drugs, but we have to follow the rule of law where we don't have jurisdiction to go into them and make enforcement. So Taylorville police can't go to Kincaid and make traffic stops, but we can go, and if they have an issue of a house, we can assist them. Okay, and that's fine. So we worked hard on this. We put everything on paper. We had legal look at it, and everything looked good. And I'll tell you, we've made a lot of arrests on this community action team, and we haven't. We're like 99% conviction rate. We have excellent equipment. We have great resources inside of our department that we use when we do operations for narcotics. And the citizens, once again, gives us the information. Okay, and there's citizens that let us put a camera by their house. I mean, there's citizens that take license plate number downs for us. There's citizens that videotape for us. I mean, I can go on and on and on about our citizens because they don't want it. And once they know that the police are not doing nothing about it, that's what the stigma is. Well, they're not doing nothing about it. That's not happening here in Taylorville. When you call and have a problem with a house or a neighborhood, we're taking care of it. So the more we knock down, the more people get involved.
I think community members are really realizing that it's just as much their town as it is yours and the police departments, and now they're taking that initiative to kind of clean it up themselves. And
oh yeah, you know, I had one lady. She was upset about a house, and she called me about it. And I said, and I do a lot of home visits, and I'll stop and talk to them personally. And she walked me outside, walked me down the street, and pointed at the house. Wasn't worried about any type of retaliation. And she goes, "I want that house gone." And I said, "Yes, ma'am. We'll get on it." And sure enough, we were able. You know, we have to follow the rule of law, and sometimes it might take us a week, or sometimes it may take us 6 months to get in there to make a good case. But we do. But the community action team has really raised eyebrows to a lot of people. These small towns that got 2 or 3 officers don't have 2 or 3 officers anymore. They got a lot more. We have 18 on our team. 18 officers. So it saves me money when we have call outs to do an investigation. What the officers that are not working that day in different towns will come in. Okay. And that will also save me money from paying overtime. So it's just a win-win situation. And we love the program, and it's going strong.
Perfect. Thank you so much for being on with us today, Chief Wheeler. You have a great rest of your day. I really appreciate it.
Thanks.
Absolutely. You've been listening to the WTIM Morning Show.
WTIM.